Hello, and welcome to How to Make Your First $500 on Fiverr.com. My name's Sam. I've been on Fiverr since 2018, and I've been a seller since early 2019. So I'm coming up to my 2 year anniversary as a Fiverr seller. I'm currently a level 1 seller, and what I want to do in this course is I want to explain to you why I'm the guy to listen to when it comes to Fiverr, animating, and essentially just fulfilling those orders. I want to give you a real high level overview of what's going to be in the course. And then we can take things from there. I'm excited. Let's do this. So, first of all, my background is so I used to do quite a bit of animation, quite a bit of radio. As a youngster, I was sort of regularly on Absolute Radio, getting 2 million listens a show. So that was kind of where my background was. And we're trying to think about how to bring something more to the show. And, audio's one thing, but when you can throw visuals in, that's a whole new experience. So I had the idea and started implementing animations into the radio show, and it pretty quickly took off. I had different brands coming to me saying, "Look, we want this explainer video done. Look, we've got this campaign. Can you animate for this?" And I'd always kind of used Fiverr.com as a buyer. I knew how great an experience it was, how cool the sellers on there always were, and I started listing my service. So today, I've almost completed 100 orders on Fiverr.com in the last couple of years, and I've managed to work with some of the world's biggest brands, really, multinationals like the Financial Times, KPMG, and very regularly the Big Yellow Storage Group. So Fiverr is, yes, it is the place where you can earn your first $500, but it's so much more than that. It's not a place for $5 here and $5 there. It certainly can be, but if you want to become the next Walt Disney of Fiverr, then that's very much a possibility. Um, I'm going to explain, like I say, a little bit more to why I really should be listened to when it comes to growing on Fiverr. But even if you're just watching this course because you want to earn that first $500, that's cool too. Fiverr's flexible, you can use it as $50 here, $15 there, or you could really turn this into a full-time income like I have. And you can tell I've been up, working on orders last night because of the lack of talking ability. Cool. So the big drive that made me really want to get into Fiverr was the fact that I worked at a restaurant, right? I didn't like it. I wasn't good. It was a bad situation. And I was always thinking, how can I get out? How can I get out? And I obviously, look, I had the radio thing going on, and I thought that's obviously quite a good exit. But that takes time, it's brand and it's content. And then I got suggested, why don't you just start selling on Fiverr? I remember I had this first order. I just remember how blown away she was with the animation. And I thought, look, man, if I can scale this, I just, the look on her face and how pleased she was with the order, if I could take that and replicate that 100, 1,000, 10,000 times, I've really got something here. So it is very much a case of on the way, it's lots of quick, short-term wins. But when you come from a place, whether it's that you don't like your job, whether you're just struggling for a bit of cash and want some extra income, whether you want to build a huge animation industry, a huge animation firm, and be a titan of the industry, and just want a place to start, Fiverr's kind of it's got the solution for all of these destinations. So, like I say, it starts as me wanting to build it up as a side hustle, which I did. Started off, earning a bit here and there. Until this month, I've already turned over $7,500, and we're 3 weeks into the month. So I'm pretty confident we can close the month with $10,000 in revenue. And that's a six-figure business in itself. And for me personally, I'm looking to grow way beyond that, right? I'm looking to have an animation firm that deals with these huge web design firms, and we sort of sell thousands and thousands and thousands of videos every month. Like that's my ambition, right? But Fiverr has very much been the catalyst, allowing me to grow some confidence in that, understand the industry, get the capital to invest in that, and get the capital to give me some breathing room to allow me to explore these avenues. Um, that's kind of all I want to get into in the intro, right? I want to go through what's involved in the course, And except from that, we're going to roll straight into this thing. It's no filler, it's all killer. It's exactly the process that I've followed over the last couple of years to get to where I am today and to continue to push me to where I want to go. So there's two parts of animating, or two parts of any business really. You have to get the orders, you have to fulfill the orders, right? There's demand and supply. You've got to supply the demand, and you've got to get demand for supply. So number one is how you're going to get those orders. You need to get those orders in the door. And, I really want to discuss about how that's number one. You can figure the rest out as you go. You can figure out the small details on making videos as you go. Number one is let's get your gig ranked. Let's get it some awesome testimonials, some awesome reviews. Let's get some traction. And then from there, you got to fulfill that order. You've got to make that client happy, and you've got to prove to them that their decision to go with you was correct. So we're going to go through all this. There's going to be two modules. Number one will be your Fiverr module. Let's get money in the door. And number two will be the fulfillment of those orders, outsourcing, voiceovers, animating, and all that fun stuff. So I hope you join me for the first section, the first module of this course.